Hi, this is Chuck Johnson and Charlyhorse, and you're listening to MDO Radio. Hi, this is Chuck Johnson and Charlyhorse, and you're listening to MDO Radio Southeast.
This is She Diablo with MDO Radio, and we're here with the members of Chuck Johnson and Charlyhorse. Hi, Chuck.
Hello.
You want to introduce us to the members of Charlyhorse?
Well, my name's Chuck Johnson. Dale Meyer to my left. Brother Tom Coon to my right. Dennis Johnson back here on the stand-up bass. And Brother Jamie Brock back here on the percussion.
Well, you've got quite a lineup of stellar musicians. I do happen to know that Dale was just featured in American Flat Picker Guitar Magazine. That's a long name.
It's a long name. It's Flat Picking Guitar Magazine. It's a publication that comes out nationally, and I really consider it an honor to be featured in there, along with a young man by the name of Brian Sutton, who a lot of folks might know.
And you did a whole interview with them?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's, what issue is that? I'm sure
it'll
people
be
are going to want
this September issue of 2015. There's actually audio as well as a written article.
Okay, good to know. I'll have to check it out. And Tom Kuhn, you were just over in Germany?
We were. We had a great trip.
You're with Pat Crouch?
I was with Patrick and Kay Crouch, a little trio. Strictly Clean and Decent is an acoustic trio, eclectic acoustic trio out of Lenore. We were there as part of a cultural exchange with the Western Piedmont Sister Cities Association. Almost 3 weeks.
And that was how many shows?
We did about 18 and 19 days, I think was the count.
Wow, that was probably...
It was great. It was a tour between Berlin and Munich.
And I know that there's big news that everybody's been waiting for, Chuck. Y'all are going in the studio.
We are. It's we've been working toward that for probably a year and a half now, and all the pieces kind of fell into place, and we will start recording on August 24th at Rushing Winds recording studio in Dallas, North Carolina. We can't wait. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get to the other side of it and see what this record's going to sound like. I know it's going to be extraordinary.
Well, you know that I'm excited, and I know that you have a lot of fans. Internationally, you have a lot of fans. I happen to know for a fact that y'all are getting airplay over in the UK and in Australia because we have DJs over there, and they've picked up your music and they're running with it. When do you expect a release?
Well, we're looking to release the record at the end of January, 1st of February, around that time. We don't have an exact date yet, but when we do, we'll be the first to let you know. You'll be the first one we let know.
Well, thank you. How about a song?
Sure, this one's called The Dow Betsy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Betsy took the fever and she died last spring. Words on her tombstone made me think. Live this world with a big old grin. Hope I get the chance, come back again. Hope I get the chance, come back again. Play my banjo, sing my song, dance like a fool all night long. Never let a soul in this world put me in my place. And never let a day go to waste. Some folks sinners and some folks saints. All you is what you are and you ain't what you ain't. Sands in the hourglass, time runs out. You get one shot, you gotta make it count. Get one shot, you gotta make it count. Play your banjo, sing your song, dance like a fool all night long. Never let a soul in the world put you in your place, and never let a day go to waste. Sun comes up and the sun goes down. Hands on the clock spin round and round. Secret to life is simply this: find what you love and follow your bliss. Find what you love and follow your bliss. Play your banjo, sing your song, dance like a fool all night long. Never let a soul in the world put you in your place. You gotta play your banjo, sing your song, dance like a fool all night long. Never let a soul in the world put you in your place, and never let a day go to waste. Betsy took the fever and she died last spring.
It's beautiful. Well, I do know that y'all have played some pretty big shows in the last 12 months. You want to tell us about those, Chuck?
We've had a time, I'll tell you what. The last one for me, and I'll let the guys speak a little bit, for me it was opening. We did a show with Delbert McClinton up in Charlotte that was just so much fun to do, and he was so gracious, and that's just one of those things that stand out, you know, for me as a memory. Tom, what can you tell?
We had a big trip up to D.C., Adams, Oregon, a cool little old funky place up there. It was pretty crazy.
That's actually
it was crazy.
Venues on the eastern seaboard.
Yeah. It was great being up there.
And you guys played Hippie Jacks?
Hippie Jacks.
We did. We did an episode for Jack last September at his festival. Again, that was one of those things that's just surreal. You know, you get up there and you stand on stage and the lights come on and there you are, and you're thinking, for me, is, man, how did we get here, you know? And it was so, and he's such a nice guy and he treated us so well, and it's just one of those, you know, just the thing about doing what we do is it's unbelievable the memories you make. It really is, you know, and you think about doing this for a living and you dream about it, and everybody has that dream that wants to do this, but when you're actually doing it, you got to pinch yourself sometimes. And to do it for me with these caliber musicians, you know, and to be associated with these guys is incredible.
Well, that leads me up to my next question, because there is an unbelievable chemistry with this band. I've known y'all for a couple of years now, at least a couple of years, and there is, when you're not performing, you are a band of brothers. How'd the band get started? How'd you do this chemically?
Well, Dale and Tom and I, well, Dale and Tom have played together for 10, 15 years. I think it's 10 years now. You and Dale have been together. And Tom and I were doing a duo act, and something fell in our lap. And it was a Cab Mo show. We got the chance to open up for Cab Mo, and we needed a third. And Tom said to me, he goes, we ought to ask Dale to do this. And I was like, will he do it? Because that's Dale Meyer, you know? And I said, and that's true. It's a true story. He'll tell you that. I said, will he do it? He said, of course he will. I said, well, you
just ask him.
I said, you ask him. I ain't asking him.
He's just a man.
And he come over, and he walked in, and it was that song we just played, Betsy. He said, man, I really like that Betsy song. I said, well, let's do it. And I knew personally, within the first 15 or 20 seconds of us playing together, it just, you know, there was a vibration there and an energy there. I thought, man, this is something special. And we added more pieces to it. And, of course, there's Brother Dennis Johnson back there, who is an incredible musician. And even more so, he's an incredible human being. And I would say that when he's not standing there or not. And probably the best musician on this stage is right behind me here, is Jamie Brock. And to get to play with that guy is like playing with Babe Ruth, you know, or baseball. So, you know, how we came together. We came together because we were supposed to come together, you know, and it happened, and it works. And I ain't one to poke the horse none, you know. If it's working, go down the road with it.
Now, I know that there's a lot of subgenres of everything out there lately, and it seems like a lot of people want bands to define their music. And I don't understand why, if it's good music, you should just say it's good music. But if you could define the style of music, because Chuck, you all do mostly originals.
Well, we're lucky enough to have a core songs that we put together that we can do that have been accepted pretty well. You know, when we're working these songs up, we don't think, well, is this a rock song, or is this a country song, or is this a bluegrass type song? For me, none of that comes into my head, and I don't think anybody's head up here. We're just trying to make the song the best it can be. And the reason people want to put you in genres is because, you know, if you go to places like iTunes and Amazon and all that stuff, you got to click a button and it'll ask you which genre you're going to, you know. So they have to put you in something. And for us, I think Dale coined it pretty well when he said we're Americana roots. Is that right? And which gives us a lot of latitude to play. I mean, we can rock it out and get away with it, or we can bluegrass it up and get away with it, or we can do an Americana singer-songwritery kind of thing, and it all works because we get to play in that playground, you know, of Americana music. And for us, it gives us the freedom to be who we are, you know. And none of us look good in spandex. None of us. Well, maybe Jamie. Maybe.
Yeah.
As long as they're short, we can see his ankles, is my understanding. Now, here's a question that my partner asked me to ask you. Do you consider yourself performers or singers? Are you a performer or are you a singer?
You know what? I'm going to let Jamie take that one. He hadn't answered nothing. And there's the one guy in the band who doesn't sing. We're going to ask him.
Yeah, I'm going to rephrase that question just a little bit. Basically, what I'm wanting to try to find out is how important do you feel performance is along with the music, being a musician, versus just being a musician, just playing the music? Do you feel like the performance side of it is as important, or?
Well, I think I got an answer for that, if I understand the question. What, you know, we have just as much fun and energy sitting around with the group in the studio, because we've been doing that a lot, you know, rehearsing and coming up with these songs. But you know, one thing that the group really does enjoy, and I think everybody else would enjoy this, performers as well, is when your music relates to the audience and they're with you and they understand what you've been working towards, and you know, that's something, that feeling's something that money can't buy. We had that just Saturday night at the Purple Onion in Saluda. Yeah. And, you know, not all shows go that way, but I think the question of performance is being able to, you know, when your music relates positively with the audience and they're involved.
The one thing I do know about Charlyhorse and Chuck is that you do interact with your audience quite a bit.
I learned early on in my naivety of trying to figure out how to do this this group has never been a group to play at people, you know, and it wouldn't be any near as much fun for us. I think the thing and the magic about this group is when we go out in front of a crowd of people, it's not just a band playing for a crowd of people. It's an experience, you know, and we try to. They give us an experience and we give them experience, and it kind of, and it's a cool thing when that energy meets up. And I know that's kind of hippy dippy kind of talk, but it's the way it is. And we do our best unconsciously not to be pretentious on stage, because there's nothing I hate more than somebody coming out and, you know, being that way. And it's easy to do, but when you can connect with that audience member, and it only may be 2 or 3 out of 300, those 2 or 3 will ignite 2 or 3 more, and they'll ignite 2 or 3 more, and pretty soon the whole room's doing this. And that is the addiction of doing this for me. And it's what makes me get in a van with these guys and go 7.5 hours to Washington, D.C. or go across town. You know, it's not about the money so much. I mean, money's nice, and you need it, but for me, it's about the experience and about that connection. You know, that's my drug, and man, I'm so proud of what I do, and I love what I do, and I'm so blessed to be able to do it. And I know that's cliche, but it's the truth.
Well, you know that I love what you do, and I know thousands and thousands of people that love what you do. I've never gone to see you, and I have seen you at the Purple Onion. And that night it was standing room only, and you do interact with that crowd. But I've also seen just Chuck at a singer-songwriter night, and he took command of the room. All eyes were on Chuck. So you do have that ability to do that.
Well, thank you, but I don't, to take credit for that is just it's a little weird for me. I think when you're sincere in what you do, whether it's just me or whether it's me and Tom, or it's me and Tom and Dale, or whether it's all of us, I think that's the magic. You know, people say there's no such thing as magic in this world, but I'm telling you, there is, and that's it.
Well, that was taking me to my last question, but you pretty much answered it, because the last question was, what can people expect when they come to see Chuck Johnson and Charlyhorse? And I think that this is what...
No juggling. We don't. I'm going to tell you right now. We tried juggling. It turned hot. I don't even want to talk about it. We're just no juggling.
It's not pretty. Lawsuits.
So, how about we close out with another song?
We could do that. All right, boys. On the highway, I can hear them big engine whine. That's the sound that goes down to drink. It's about to make me lose my mind. I got me a traveling bone, I got me an itch to scratch. Ain't got no place called home, I ain't got no strings attached. Walk a mile. Got me some family in line. Not because there's bad blood between us, it's just because there ain't no need. I found me a gal down Shreveport, high culture queen of the South. Party ways we got to go for it. My God, she had a filthy mouth. Walk a mile in my shoes, walk a mile and surely see. Walk a mile in my shoes, you gotta learn before you preach. You gotta walk a mile in my shoes, where my blisters on your feet. Walk a mile in my shoes, don't you point your finger at me. Walk a mile. Sometimes I drink a little whiskey, sometimes I like to get high. Pull out this old guitar, start playing me a little Charlie Pride. I play Kiss an Angel in the morning, collide you till the sound just right. There's something about that black man, make me feel good inside. Walk a mile. Walk a mile in my shoes, walk a mile to surely see. Walk a mile in my shoes, you gotta learn before you preach. You gotta walk a mile in my shoes, where my blisters on your feet. Walk a mile in my shoes, don't you point your finger at me. You gotta walk a mile in my shoes, walk a mile to surely see. Walk a mile in my shoes, you gotta learn before you preach. You gotta walk a mile in my shoes, where my blisters on my feet. Yeah. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Give them your website address too, please.
So you can find us on the web at www.thecharlyhorse.com, and we're on Twitter at the Charlie Horse, and we're on Facebook as the Charlie Horse Band. And just come find us and say hello and check us out and all that stuff.
And book you.
And book us. Well, that'd be good too. Yeah, we don't mind that.